Hey guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to the video. If you're new here, I'm Brian. This is HogShooter HotRods. We're working out in the hog barn today on our 1935 Chevy project, the Dad's Sedan here. So last time we were in here, we just set the radiator in place. We wired up our gauges and got them all put in, put a filter housing on it to mock everything up there, and just kind of continued to piece stuff together on this car. Now today, we're going to take those gauges that we wired and we're not happy with, and we're going to redo all that. We're going to use some connectors and parts and pieces that we have acquired to put nice automotive weather-tight connectors in here, even though it's on the dash under the car. It's just kind of the standard of what you use. So, hey, let's do that, and then we'll come in and we'll do us a little install on the radiator, get it mounted up so we can so we can look for radiator hoses that'll fit the car. Oh yeah, we got to do that. And then we can put our plug wires on, and we're getting close. Yep. So let's get into the middle of some work. All right. So here's what we came up with for our connector. We bought JR Ready. Just ordered them off of their site, and it took them. I think they ended up coming from Amazon, but I did go to their website to buy them. You got the connector bodies. They have nice rubber plugs on there so that you're able to have a nice watertight connection. These pieces lock the connector or the pins into the connector. These are the actual pins that you would use. Your wire crimps on there, and then that goes in and snaps into this dude. And then here are the specific pliers, but these I did not order from J Ready. You can see they're iWisp brand. Okay. The box is there, and yeah, they were much cheaper because I could buy one specific size. This one is not adjustable. It will only do this range for 14 and 16. It says 18 gauge closed barrel terminals. Contact size is 16. So when you order them, there's a number on there. That's what you need to make sure your crimper matches your connectors. Yeah, we took this and like cleaned up a little bit on her, right? Got all my wires over here, and what I did was I taped everything up. I thought I did. I had it taped up, and I tried to get those ends as close to being the exact same length as you can. That's the deal. Get all your terminal links right. Just used a cable cutter from the good old Harbor Freight to cut those off. And then look at this. This is, deep six throwaway stuff, but it's like all of the wiring that we did or was already there last time we worked on these gauges. So we eliminated some weight and a lot of just ugliness. So here's what one looks like installed. And these are called their closed barrel connectors or pins. They are just a round hole. So super simple the way they work. You just drop this in. It has a little ledge on it that it makes it stop. And when you push your wire in, this is all spring loaded. You want to make sure you don't have it pushed down in there too far. I did take a small, just short piece of wire, and I played with the links that I stripped here. And there is a green line on there where the crimper is going to hit. You can push that in that far and get all the insulation pushed up against your connector there. That's how you want this to be. So I figured out what I needed here, and then I just stripped all of my wires that way, and I have them ready to put the little pins on the end of them. They're super easy to do. You just want to make sure as you're putting this together that if you need to trim something, you go ahead and do it early on. And trying to get all of the wire inside of the barrel. There we go. We got that. We push on it, and it's just like not hard to crimp at all. This crimper, like I said, specially made for it. I don't know how well it'll show up, but if you look in there, you can see the 4 little teeth coming in to grab that and crimp it. That's what makes these so nice. I mean, it does a heck of a crimping job, and they're on there where it's really tight, and it doesn't take that much force with this. That's what's crazy. So I would call this the male plug because it goes in and plugs into the female side. These, I would call them the female side of your connector. So male plug, female, or the open part of the barrel. This is actually the front of the connector. This is the back. This is where our wires are going to go in. And the cool thing about these is, like, even after you put them together and they're all fully assembled, you can take them apart. So we're going to push this in until we hear it click. Very small click. It's pushed in all the way, and we just keep going. So that was right front turn. I'm going to take left turn, and I'm going to put it right below it. And then I'm just going to continue on. You can see those things just push down in there nice and easy. Make sure they click. We're in all the way. When we get all of our connectors in, we have this little wedge assembly. It goes in and it holds everything so these cannot be pulled out. All right, so before I put the dash in, I definitely needed to do this. I got this thing is all covered, a good portion up underneath, so that we have this sound dampening material in here. It's down far enough it won't be hard to finish up the rest of the floor. Just need to get that before our dash is in the way, because who knows, it may be permanently mounted after this round. All right, so we're inside of the car, obviously. And what I did is put my dash in, have my connector here. All of the wire colors, I can see them there. I just plugged this connector in, and I think we can just take and grab these wires and make them match and be okay. I think. Just gotta, like, can't see because I'm old and I'm blind. So there you go. We're all put together, got our like wires. Got to take it apart, put this little green wedge inside there to lock them in place forever, and we should be good. All right, so got the nice wire loom up on there. I did it to the gauge cluster before. And then one other thing with these connectors, they're clocked, so they have to go one way. That's one reason why I plugged it in. It just takes all of the experimenting out of it, the not knowing. Snap, and it's clicked. And all right, guys, so I bought some they're United Pacific headlamps for this old 35, and they're pretty cool. They're actually glass all the way through, no plastic stuff. They're LED bulbs, and they come really close to fitting in this housing. I mean, they do fit. The plug they come with, you can see it's kind of curved in there. Yeah, because it is super close to hitting the back. Thing I'm worried about is this conduit bolt here and getting all of the wiring for this thing to fit through that. But I'm sure it'll work out one way or the other. These lights are kind of cool. They set in there, and then they have a chrome ring here that goes around the edge to lock them in place. You got a little screw to tighten them up, and it just kind of, you're gonna have to take it all the way apart to get it on here and get it tightened.
Hope you guys are all doing good and having a good day today. This is first thing in the morning for me. Have to hold that nut in place because you got to take this thing completely loose, and I just kind of wanted to tighten it up so that everybody could see what we're working with here. So that did not stay on there. So we're gonna have to do some more tightening up, I guess, to get it locked down and make sure we're tight. Who knows, I might have this ring only goes on one way. So what a struggle. Got to get all these wires together and get them to poke through our little bolt that has the conduit there. Luckily the turn signal wires are super thin because being LEDs. So there we go. We got that. Pull these little. Okay, so now all our wires are in there. We do have the little locking, little keyed spots so that headlamp lens fits in there just so. So we got it locked in place. Turn signals LEDs are at the bottom. Now we have to fight this little ring and get it put on there. So I want to put the locking ring at the bottom. It has a sharp, like a 90-degree side and a curved side. Last time I had the 90-degree side on the back. So we're going to flip this thing 180 and see if we can get it to lock down on this light this time around. And doesn't really look like it wants to grab anything, guys. There's still a gap around our lamp there. I still have to try it. See if it'll work. Here's a challenge right here, is lining this screw up and making it go in where it needs to. Yeah. This is interesting. I don't see the screw coming in there. We got a little nut that it's got to start in, and oh my goodness, not quite there. I'll figure this out. All right, so there you go. It did fit in there just the way I had it the first time. I just didn't have the screw quite tight enough, and I still don't have this lined up just perfectly, but we're gonna work on it and get it crimped down in there so that it'll actually go in and stay. There you go, all the wires fit through the little conduit there, and we should be in pretty good shape now. So here's what we're looking like in here. A lot of the wiring cleaned up. I have an orange wire over here, a white wire. Those are all for the courtesy light. Got the stuff started to get it tucked back in the kick panel on the other side. We have a backup light wire set, a neutral safety wire set, and power for the power windows, power door locks. We got to put a little module in up under the dash for that to operate it, because this has got a little key fob or clicker, whatever you want to call it. But hey, we are like right on. Now, we're like, I think the wiring side of it is almost done enough to consider it, yay, good. Inside, the wires for the lights up front, that whole harness is still just laying here. Spark plug wires are Bluetooth editions, and I had to dig into the spare Honda parts to grab me high tensile strength zip ties and Teflon lubricated cardboard for my radiator here. That's my next deal, and it's probably going to have to be its own video because it's going to take some time. Just like doing the gauges twice, that took some time too. I did show you guys the headlights that we're going to use. I don't know if the buckets are going to make the long playlist on the car, but they're definitely going to be here for the initial driving and everything, getting it going. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed to my channel. Old subscribers, new ones, guys that watch, guys that give it a thumbs up, leave me some comments. Even if you don't, I still appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that you have a great day, evening, night, morning, whatever it might be. This is YouTube, right? So, as always, guys, we're going to catch you on the next one.
Sometimes I'm drunk, sometimes I'm stoned. Yes, I get tired of being alone. 'Cause I miss my son, yes, I miss my wife.